Recording in progress.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome again to another class. Today is Friday, so in the way that we do it Monday to Friday, this would be the last day of the week. So well done for completing the week. And we do today the last day of that focusing on the upper body to bring the strength. So bring the hands on the knees and then just roll your shoulders back and forth, creating that extra space and loosen up gently, perhaps a few twists. Just make sure that whatever you do in both sides. Good, and then come back towards the center. Feel nice and loose. The hips grounded, the chin slightly towards the chest. Relax the shoulders and bring the gaze up. Start lengthening the breath. Relaxing the jaw. And as you tune in with your body to notice if there's any tension in any part of the upper body, then we start breathing slowly also, bringing some attention to those areas that might need special attention. Feeling the expansions as you inhale, creating the space, and compressing gently as we relax to let go. And we can take each breath as a new opportunity, as a chance to feel better physically, emotionally. Good, and then with the next inhalation, bring the palms together at the level of the heart, pressing gently, aligning the spine, the gaze is up. And we start with a gratitude practice, choosing 2 things that you want to be grateful for. Perhaps be grateful for your practice, for your consistency. And then set your intentions for this practice. Your intentions for the day. And inhaling, bring the palms all the way up, chin up, head back. Exhaling, lowering the arms through the sides. Resting one hand on top of the other. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Few deep breaths in and out. And with a few blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for being there. We can start by stretching the legs. Yes, so there's no tension. And we can activate the circulation, creating some movement on the ankles, on the toes. Good, and then bring the feet together in Baddha Konasana. So in Baddha Konasana, we want to have the base of the feet touching together And then allow the feet to open as much as possible so the knees come wide. We bring the hands behind the hips, quite close, so we can bring the shoulders and the elbows closer. And as we raise the chest towards the ceiling, then the hips are almost wanting to lift up, nice and active, looking up, tongue towards the upper palate. And remember the head, if you want it to be back completely, then the upper back needs to be very active. Breathing slowly. And the next time you exhale, bring the chin towards the chest. And then bring the hands in front of you. Bend the elbows, bring the chin towards the chest. Allow the spine to be rounded. Breathe in slowly. You can close your eyes and bring the gaze up. Good, and then inhale and gently coming up to sit on your heels. Stretch the legs. Bring the toes towards you. And we start from the Dandasana, this sequence that we're going to do. Relax the shoulders back and down. In Dandasana, remember the legs, the core, the arms, the chest, the back muscles are active. But the neck is soft, the face muscles also. Bringing the toes towards you would make the core and the legs even more active. Looking towards the front of the room. Eyes soft. Good, and then next inhalation, bring the palms up. Relax the shoulders. Holding there. Making sure that the arms are trying to come closer towards the ears, but the shoulders are relaxed. Back muscles active. Good, and then inhaling, bring the chest slightly forward, looking up, and exhaling, allow the hands to come as forward as you can. Whatever it is, just hold and stretch the arms. Bring the stomach in. Breathing slowly, lifting the chin up. Feeling the stretch on the legs. Good, and then from there, we're going to keep whatever the hand is, we're going to keep it holding with the left one, and then with the right one, we're going to inhale and raise the arm all the way up and back and over. Rotation with the shoulder. Follow with the side, that hand more or less. So we create some rotation with the neck also. Half rotations. Good. Inhaling as we raise. Exhaling forward. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. And then change hands. And the other one. Inhaling, arm up. And exhaling, round. Good. Inhaling, creating space. And exhaling, squeezing. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good, and last one. Good, and then from there, whatever you're holding, just round the spine. And then bring the chin up. Slide the fingertips towards the groins. Bring the hands behind the hips. The chest up, the elbows soft. Breathing deeply. Good, and now make sure that the hands are as close from behind as you can, with the elbows soft and the fingertips active. And then inhaling, lifting the hips off the floor, and then pointing with the toes on the mat, raising the hips, activating the thighs, the glutes, and good. Exhaling slowly, rolling on your heels, lowering down, inhaling, bring the arms up, looking up, and exhaling, lowering down. Good, we'll do the next with the other position later on. Now let's just lay down on the mat. Bring the knees and the hips aligned. Get leaning slightly forward. Inhaling, stretch the top leg up and bring it all the way towards the ceiling. Now make sure that you're leaning forward enough, and if you can, hold by the calf or behind the leg, whatever possible, with the toes pointing, and bend the elbows so you can actively bring the leg towards you as much as you can. Breathe slowly. Try to keep the knees straightened. Good, and then slowly release that leg, bring the hand down, bend the knee, and use your arms to bring you back to the other side. Good support for the neck, bring the hips and the knees in line, lean slightly forward, and inhale in the other leg. The glutes are active, the leg is active, toes pointing, inhaling, bring the leg up. And you might feel that one side is different to the other, that there is more or less flexibility, and that's absolutely fine. Just work within your limits. If there's more stiffness, then hold closer towards the hip, maybe behind the thigh, but keep the knees straight and the toes pointing. Relax the shoulders. Relax the jaw. One more round of breath. Good, and then slowly let go of that leg all the way down, bend the knee, and bring yourself up to sitting. And from sitting on tabletop. So when we are on tabletop, we are helping to support the weight on the hands with the core, normally on the initial position, but also with the lower part of the body. So we are now coming on to the downward facing dog, where is also the weight evenly spread. Relax the shoulders, soften the knees. And once you feel the same weight on the hands and the feet, then you're in the balanced position. If you feel too much tension on the wrists, on the shoulders, then allow that to soften, activating the fingertips to release weight on the wrists, softening the elbows, and bringing the hips higher to reduce the tension on the shoulders and upper back. Good, and then with an inhalation, we can start walking forward with the legs. Try not to bend the knees. And when we're walking forward, then we bring in more weight towards the hands. Once you're at the front of the mat, keep hip width apart. Stay on the forward fold. The knees soft or even bent if you need to. Keep the spine as straight as you can. Looking down to your toes. Breathe slowly. Good, and then from there we're going to hold the big toe with the index and thumb. So the idea is that the index and thumb comes in between the toes, so we can hold it nicely. And this part of the toes can rest on the floor, on the mat. And that helps us to keep even more balance. The elbows soft towards the sides.
Feeling the stretch on the hamstrings. The arms are active, pulling you a little bit closer on that forward fold. Jaw relaxed. Good, and then inhaling, bring the arms straighten, the hands on the hips, and let me just show you the next step because it's with the balance. So we start from the same position that we were with the hook in the big toe. And then the idea is that we keep the tension on the arm, active arm, bending the elbow as much as you need to, so you can inhale in and pull the toe up, and then only the heel is resting. That is a very good stretch for the hamstrings. But then from there, the idea is that then we let go of that other big toe, and inhaling, start coming up with the leg. So it's going to be a bit, if you find that holding the toe and lifting is a bit tricky, then you can try a modification by holding on the base of the ball of the foot from the small toe. But the main thing here is that we maintain the core active and the arm very active. Okay, shall we try? So we come on the forward fold, hip width apart with the feet, holding both big toes, just so we have the balance between the shoulders, the hips, same stretch on the back of the legs. Good, and then straighten the arms, shoulders back and down. The core is active. Bring the right hand on the hip. We're going to balance on the right side. Start activating the arm. Inhaling, bring the heel on the floor, toes up. Good, and then we look straight ahead. Core active, arm active. Inhaling, start coming up with the leg. Good, good try. And then exhaling, lowering down, which is a little bit more tricky. Good. And then bring the feet down. Bring the feet now shoulder width apart, with the heels slightly in, and lower with the hips down. Coming onto a gentle squat to stretch. Breathing deeply. Good, and then inhale and bring the feet again into hip width apart, straighten the legs, slowly round the spine to come up to standing, shoulders back and down. Okay, so we're gonna try now again. So bend the knees, make sure there's no tension on the legs, bring the hands on the hips, bring the hips towards the back for our forward fold. And fingers on the big toes, index and thumb. Good, and then inhaling, looking straight. Bringing now the left hand on the left hip. Activate the core. Engage the muscles of the arm. Inhaling, bring the heel resting on the floor. Good, and then focus is a balancing, so the gaze is down, and as we start raising up, then we bring the gaze up. And slowly lowering down. Very good. Well done. And now bring the hands down, forward fold. Allow the hands to hang freely. Deep breath in and out. Relax the shoulders, the upper back. Good, and then inhaling, bring the hips towards the back, align the spine, the arms looking down, bringing the arms all the way up, the hips forward,
bring the palms together, exhaling, lowering down towards the heart center and towards the sides. Good. So from here now, from hip width apart, then we're going to bring the palms together, bring the hips towards the back, and then let's twist, trying to keep the hands in the middle of the chest, looking up towards the ceiling, creating the same space in between the knees, hip width apart. Feeling the twist on the spine, the shoulders actively trying to come aligned to deepen on the twist. Good. And then inhaling, come back towards the center, exhaling towards the other side, and keep breathing. Toes active, breathing slowly. One more round of breath. Well done. Now inhaling, come back towards the center and stretch the arms in front of you, chin towards the chest. Bend the knees and slowly rounding the spine, we come up to standing, shoulders back and down. A few times. And then forward. Good, so now grab the blanket. We're going to do one more from the floor and then we'll get into our Savasana. So once you've got your blanket, then sit in the middle of the mat, stretch the legs, bring the shoulders back and down, and then bring the hands pointing out, the chest forward, bend the elbows, fingertips active, looking up, tongue towards the upper palate. Bring the toes towards you, legs active. And exhaling, bring the chin to the chest. Good, and then bring the palms towards you, the fingers, sorry. And we're going to try again as we did at the beginning, see if this time is a little bit easier. So bring the chest forward, looking up, always the elbows soft. When you're ready, inhaling and start bringing the hips high, pointing with the toes. Very good. And keep breathing. Squeezing the glutes, the legs, and then slowly rolling the heels down, coming to sitting in Dandasana. Arms next to the body, shoulders back and down. Good, and then from here, bring the feet in Baddha Konasana. Inhaling, bring the arms up. And exhaling, lowering down, looking down. Finding that extra space. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. One more inhale and exhale. Good, and then from here we bring the right hand on the side. Inhaling, bring the left arm up. Soften the elbow. Align the shoulders. And keep stretching the arm. Feel the stretch on the side. Good, and then exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling, bring the right one up. Make sure there's no tension on the neck. Breathe slowly. Relax the jaw. Good, and then next exhalation, lowering the arm down, straighten the legs, bounce and shake. Good, and then from here, grab the blanket. Even if you feel warm, it's important to keep that body temperature, to adapt to all those changes. Stretch the body, the arms, the legs are wide, feet dropping to the sides. Close your eyes. Gently bring the gaze up. Relax the jaw. Relax all the muscles of your face. All your muscles of the body, your body. And in our day-to-day, we're very conscious about our body when we are alert, when we are awake. But when we are in savasana or meditation, we are able to disconnect from that attachment with the physical body. And suddenly we feel lighter. And everything seems easier and more beautiful. We are much more than our body. So however your practice was, just bless your body and know that it's all just about practice. Now relax and let go of the control of the breathing. Enjoy that deep relaxation. And then gently start wiggling your toes and your fingers, deepening your breathing. Inhale and bring the feet together. Bend the knees one at a time, lengthen the spine. When you're ready, roll towards your side, right one or left one if you had low blood pressure. And inhale and bring the arms to help you to come up to a sitting position. Align the spine, relax the shoulders. Eyes closed, gaze up. With the next inhalation, bring the palms together at the level of the heart. Pressing gently. And we'll sing one Om as a way of union and to close the session. Inhaling deeply. Inhale and exhale. And keeping the palms together, inhaling, bring the thumbs to the third eye for the right thoughts. And exhale. Inhale and bring them closer to the mouth for the right word, the right say. And exhale. And inhale and bring them closer to the heart center for the right feelings and compassion. And exhale. With a few blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for joining. Hope you enjoyed the class. Have a lovely weekend, and I would see you in a week's time.